Taking your questions this week is Brigadier General Berger, Chief of Plans and Policies, ISAF. Sir, this is your first question. What is CJ5 Plans and Policy doing in preparation for the stand-up of the ISAF Joint Command?
It is an important question because it has made us very busy in the last months. Since, I would say, June of this year, we have created the IGC, ISAF Joint Command. At first it was on paper, and I've been in charge with my branch to go to shape and to explain how we would organize that. And we needed to convince all the nations of NATO, and it has been approved by the NATO Military Committee, that means by all representatives of the nations for this new structure, which is an additional structure of what was existing. G5 has foreseen that working very closely with all other parts of the HQ ISAF, we would need a new HQ that will be built in Kaya, in Kabul Airport, International Airport in the north, in order that this new staff will allow more efficiency at all levels. That means that this new tactical and operational HQ will be in charge of dealing very closely with the regional commands and to be very active on the ground in order that we support very actively and very well the Afghan national forces, security forces. ISAF HQ will remain and will be more free in order to work better with UNAMA, that means with UN structures, also with the government of Afghanistan, and I would say also up in the direction of USA, NATO, nations, through the upper level of the NATO. That means through Brunsum, which is Joint Force Command Brunsum in the Netherlands, a NATO structure, and after that even top to shape and to the Secretary General of NATO. In total, G5 has worked a lot to develop that. We have worked with all parts of the HQ and with all NATO structures to develop the manpower, to develop the structures, how it would be created, also about the engineer aspects, infrastructure, CIS, also for the training, and so on. It is a very big issue, and we are very happy to know that in some days it is foreseen that the initial operational capability will be declared the 12th of October, and we are nearly to achieve this first goal, this first step. I think it's very positive.
What will be the relationship between ISAF HQ and IJC Plans and Policy organizations?
There will be quite normal relationships between two HQs. Both are working for the success of the mission. That means that Afghanistan has an autonomous, stabilized, and a very democratic country after having resisted and against the insurgency attempts. These two structures will work very closely. Fortunately, it's very important because we have the same goals, and the units on the ground need to have very clear guidance, very clear orders. I would say the benefit of the new structures, that means with the two floors organization, allows that at the HQ ISAF level we will have strategic views with all the inputs given by the US side, by for example, the Obama strategy, or by NATO side, and we will have a very broad view on what is happening in this country, and even more with the neighbors, for example, particularly with Pakistan. And we will have, I would say, a view translating the comprehensive approach which is really what describes the best this new strategy. As I said, in the IGC, ISAF Joint Command, it will be more tactical, more operational, and they will have to give clear orders to the units on the ground through the 5 regional commands. And I think that in both levels, CG5 will be in charge of preparing the plans, preparing the orders, and to be sure that there is a total coherence between what we develop and what is needed on the ground. Also that it is in full execution of this new strategy that is going to be approved by all NATO forces, all NATO nations.